This is my second video on trying Minoxidil 5%, the generic version from Walmart. This is a little bit over a month, I'd say 6 weeks. Have I noticed any extra growth? I have noticed growth. I've noticed mostly in the little hair, like, because there's 3 different stages of hair loss. You got the follicle shrinking or whatever, and I think a lot of the ones that were on their way out have kind of just kind of turned back on and thickened up. Not too much extra growth, a little bit of peach fuzz, and I'm honestly getting more in the front than I am in the back. That I can notice, but I can't really look at the back of my head too well. I've been using it on my beard too. I have to shave for work, but it's definitely filling in the patches. I got a patch right there, and it's filling it in right there. And it's not like thick hair yet either. It's like little peach fuzz, but it makes it look a lot better when it's a 5 o'clock shadow, because it looks like I got a 5 o'clock shadow. It'd be a little bit more stringly if I grew it out. But yeah, it's I've gotten people noticing, that it looks thicker. I've been told a few times. But then again, when it gets longer, it looks thicker too. So probably by the end of these videos, I'll shave it, do it before and after. I've taken pictures of the top of my head too, that I'll put up before and after. I'll go ahead and show you guys if the difference. You guys go ahead and my profiles too. You really can't tell because of the lighting in here, but yeah, they're definitely getting more prominent, especially on this side. It's looking better. I'm getting some random hairs out here, but because I sleep with it on. I only use it once a day. That's all I use, is just once a day. But sometimes it drifts down here, and I'm getting a little bit of hair growing up here. It's kind of weird. Another thing I wanted to touch subject on is I've had experience in using steroids, using post-op steroids, and I would like to give Propecia, finasteride, I think that's how you pronounce it, a try, but there is, different claims about 1% get erectile dysfunction, and I'd rather be bald than not have, my dick working. But what I don't understand about it is what I've kind of read. Oh, I'm sunburned as a motherfucker. But what I've kind of read about it was it prevents the DHT testosterone, which would be a more harsher version of testosterone, from converting. So if it's not converting, you get more testosterone turning into estrogen. So if we know this, the doctors know this, why aren't they putting you guys on some kind of estrogen blocker? And there's all kinds of them out there. I mean, like I said, I have experience doing hormones. I feel like if you ran a estrogen blocker with it, that it would take away from a lot of that side effects. And from what I understand, a lot of the side effects happen from when they get off of the Propecia, which would make sense. It's just kind of like getting off steroids, because your testosterone would kind of increase. And this is just bro science. None of this is real. And if you guys can correct me, I'd be more than happy to be corrected on the subject. But from what I understand, it happens a lot on post. Your hormones trying to bounce right back, and a lot. Everybody varies differently in hormones. If you should definitely go to a doctor and get your hormones tested before you do it, because if you would naturally have low test or low estrogen, or it could be different kind of variations that could lead to you having problems with it. But there's a lot of good stuff out there, or good things I hear about it out there, from celebrities using it to anybody who's ever had a hair transplant, doctors recommending it. I'm not saying that, there ain't people out there whose dick don't work, but I'm not advising go out there and use it. Just prepare yourself. And if, a really good thing to look at is, because I am in all kinds of bodybuilding forums, is them guys on them forums, bodybuilding.com and everything. You probably just go to your Google and type in, estrogen blocker and uh, finasteride, and it's already been looked up. Because I put it together like that, and there's different forums about it, talking about it. You get a lot more information from it like that. So if any of you guys, can point me to the right direction on that, I'd be more than happy. Or if you can correct me on anything that I'm saying. But here, go ahead. We'll look at it. You can definitely tell. Like, look at all these right here. These were all dying and would not grow. They just wouldn't get any length on them, and now they're growing. In mind, this has only been like a month, and they're getting a lot more length on them. That's one thing I have noticed. Not too much extra growth, but the length. Have I noticed any more or less loss in the shower or anything like that? I never noticed too much to begin with, so I couldn't tell you on that. The lighting's a little bit more different in here too. I don't have a flashlight on me. But we got a lot more videos to go. See y'all probably just about 2 months from now. Maybe a month. I don't know. You guys aren't my fucking bosses.